All right, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Convos with Kenny Too Many. Today, we have a guest. I told you I wasn't lying all those episodes before. And I'm going to allow her to introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. My name's Sco0tie. My actual name is Jordan, and I will be joining in today's episode.
She's actually my daughter, and no, she's not being
Mhm.
held against her will to do this.
No,
But she,
I was proudly excited to be part of this.
so uh, it's going to be a little bit different. And I know I said that last time on episode 4 when I did a vlog thing, but this isn't going to be about Pacific, yeah, a Pacific Ocean, a specific topic. It's going to be random questions. I asked her to put random questions together that I don't know, and I did the same. So it's going to be kind of flying by the seat of your pants, ad lib, um, kind of on the spot questioning. Some are like serious, and some are just goofy. Getting a notification from the Harry Potter subreddit. That's awkward. Um, so do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay. Hmm. All right. What is your favorite color and why?
My favorite color at the moment is green, but it's weird because it's my favorite color as a color itself, not my favorite color to wear. Like I can wear it, but I don't like the way sometimes it looks on me. It's more just a color I like to look at, and that's why it's my favorite color. Because obviously I have different favorite colors regarding to wear versus just a color itself.
Okay. Okay. Well, why? So why is it your favorite color to look at?
I think, well, my favorite, it's a different shade of green. So specifically forest green, I just think it's nice to the eye. I also think it's nice to work with when it comes to art.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just a nice subtle color that's not it's not too bright, but it's not too dark.
That's a good answer. I wasn't expecting that.
All right, is it my turn?
Yeah. We'll just go back and forth.
This question is I feel like asked by a lot of people, but I always like to see how people respond to these type of questions. It's pretty simple. It goes, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? It can be realistic or unrealistic, but
Oh, geez. I didn't realize we were going to get like this. I asked you
yeah.
about what your favorite color was. Okay. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, in 5 years, I'll be 41. You will be 22. Um,
Mm-hmm.
your sister will be 15 years old. Um,
That's
yeah, it is scary. It's scarier because that's what my life is going to be. Um, in 5 years, particularly with this new job, I expect to be established to the point where I'm part of a leadership team. At least professionally, that's where I would like to be. Um, Personally, I want to continue with my fitness journey that I'm currently on now and keep that into like I'd like to honestly keep that forever, but I expect to be in the same or similar shape 5 years from now, if not better. And I'd like to, in that same time, from that perspective, as a personal goal for myself, I'd like to run a marathon.
like you have in the past before.
Well, I've never officially ran a marathon, but back in COVID, I used to run 13.2 miles on Sundays, and that's a half a marathon, give or take. Um,
Okay,
so I know I could definitely do it. I think I just want to do it to say I did it.
makes sense. Understandable.
Um, what is your current dominant hobby, and what's your favorite part about it?
At the moment, my current dominant hobby, I think, is back to art. For a while, I gave up on art because I just, I always spent so much time comparing myself to other artists, so I never felt the motivation anymore to be one myself.
Mm-hmm.
But with me getting in an art class that is every single day versus the every other day, and it's specifically the type of art I'm interested in, I've been able to build upon my actual artistic ability, and now I'm comfortable with doing art again.
It's a good point. From personal experience, that's finding a good class to 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 enhance your passion for something like art is what happened. The opposite happened to me. Is I was in honors art in high school in I believe it was my sophomore year. Um, I still remember the teacher, Mrs. Poor. She ruined art for me, and I never took it again. And it was one of my biggest regrets because going into sophomore year after taking honors art freshman year, I wanted to go to RISD.
Yeah.
So,
And it's funny because last year I took that 3D art class and I hated it because the teacher was awful. Luckily for me, I didn't care for the class in general and it wasn't what I was interested in. But if
yeah,
that were to be the teacher I had now, I don't know how I would feel about it. But right now I have a teacher who really, really enjoys what I do and supports me. So she actually makes it easier for me to want to keep doing it versus giving up on it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear that.
I'm thinking my questions are a lot more detailed when I look at
No,
it.
no,
Like I
that
don't
that
have anything that's like simple or kind of goofy.
that's fine. I'm simple and goofy enough for the both of us.
Um, Here's one. Do you feel like you have become a much better version of yourself recently, and why?
Huh. Yes, yes, I do. I always thought right before Papa died um, that was the best version of myself, and up until that point, it was. Um, but I've realized going through the past like month or so um, that this is going to, or at least I'm in the metamorphosis of it, um, of being the best version of myself.
Okay.
And why is because I'm actually listening to myself, my body, my mind, and whatnot. I'm trying to do better and I'm not making excuses for feeling bad because life is terrible. Yeah, life was tough. I mean, the past 3 years have been hell, but that's no excuse to not take care of yourself any longer. So I would say I would say I'm almost there, but
Oh,
I do honestly feel like I'm a better version of myself even when I thought I was at my best, which is good. But I know there's still room.
of course.
Um, this kind of goes back to your question from your last question. Um, what are your expectations for your life in the next few years? Not your parents or what's expected of you or anything like that. What are your expectations for your life?
Like as far as finishing school type of
Anything,
stuff, like
whatever you expect from yourself.
um, well, leaning back to how I'm enjoying art right now, I'm hoping that with me almost being done with school as of next year, that if I keep up with art, which I do intend on by taking a bunch of art classes in the next year, that I will be able to build a portfolio and actually go to an art school. Maybe not for any specific kind of art, maybe leaning more towards graphic design because it's what's booming right now and what has a lot more positions regarding it. But
Yeah,
I, in hopes that I continue with art and stuff like that, I want to eventually be able to get into a art school. Maybe not RISD, maybe RISD. It really depends on grades as well. But as far as school is going, I my grades are good. So if I keep on this track, which I plan to, I intend to at least be able to lead into an art path for a career. Life wise, I'm not really sure. I don't know what my exact plans are off of that. Um, but career wise, I know what I like. I have a feeling of what I want.
yeah. No, that's good to hear. I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be art related.
Now, funny you asked that because I have a similar question that leads back to that. And not regarding yourself, but more regarding your personal opinions on me. It go it is as we already know, you want the best for me all around. But where do you personally see me growing up and accomplishing to be in a few years from now?
Um, I think very similar to what your expectations are. Um, your focus on art recently and your seriousness for it, and the fact that you've really taken leaps and bounds and steps with your grades and whatnot over the past few years. I think you'll be able to build a big enough GPA and a decent enough GPA. And as long as you do well enough on the SATs, if you build the portfolio that I think you're going to build, and it's diverse enough, uh, I think you have a strong chance of, and what I would want for you, and not more of a wish, is that you do get the chance to go to RISD. If you don't, it's no skin off anybody's back, because that's basically like saying I was going to go to Brown, which was not going to fucking
Yeah.
happen. But um, I think that my moonshot for you, that I think is absolutely attainable, is you being able to go to RISD. But I expect you to drive forward with your, because you have a strong will. My expectations is that you will do what you want to do, within reason, that's good for yourself and everybody,
Yeah.
which I think is pursuing something, further education, higher education within the art realm. That's what my expectations are.
Makes sense.
This one's pretty quick. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Pet peeve. Oh, um, when you are in a conversation with multiple people and it feels like no one or not a single person is listening to you, and it almost like you're talking to yourself.
Like in a group setting?
Yeah. Or like everybody's talking about the same thing and you try to chip in and you try to talk and it's like nobody is paying attention to what you're saying.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm a loud person. It's hard for people to ignore me.
I thought I was the same way. It's the worst thing. It's not. I mean, I guess it's not really. Is it a pet peeve? Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think
pet peeve is something that happens often enough that it bothers you. Like, for instance, one of my biggest pet peeves is people not using their blinker when they're driving.
I
So
didn't even think
simple.
about that. That makes me so angry, and I don't try.
So it's
I
so
don't
simple.
drive.
It's so simple, but it absolutely infuriates me every single time it happens.
I'm thinking. Ah, this could be a quick answer unless you end up answering with a longer response. But are you happy with how your life has rolled out, regardless of the hardships along the way?
Um, yeah, I mean, honestly, uh, roll the dice. Things could always be 10 times worse or 10 times better. Um, but considering where I started as, I only say as an adult because, um, that's where, at least at this point in my life, actually, that's a lie. Half of my life has taken place as a child, and half of my life, because I'm 36 years old, that's 18 and 18. So I would say I can dissuade the first, or kind of disregard the first 18 years of my life, at least at this point, because I hate to say they're inconsequential, but at this stage they are. But the last 18 years of my life, the last 18 years of my life have been with you.
Hmm.
Um, they have not been easy. It has not been, it's been a road less traveled. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of failures. But I've also had a ton of successes. I've made a lot of positive choices. I have a lot of good people around me. Um, and yes, some terrible things have happened, but
Mhm.
um, I don't like to live with regrets. So I don't regret any decision, anything that brought me to exactly where we are right in this second today,
Right.
because I, I mean, in some way, shape, or form, that's where we want it to be. That's where I want to be.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, whom is or was the most influential person in your life, and what is one thing they did that impacted you the most?
Hmm. It's funny because the only person I can think of that was a big um, influential person was Papa,
Mm-hmm.
because he always supported me, even though like I could I was a sucky kid sometimes, but he always had a lot of faith in me, especially when it came to school. When every single time I was failing a class or anything like that, I remember he took my phone away. I think it was my aunt's graduation, and he talked to me about my grades. He was talking to me about
Mm-hmm.
how he fully believes that I can do it and that I can get better, and it means a lot. And it still means a lot to me now, because even though he's not here, I can still think of everything that he told me, and it still gives me some motivation to do better. I have you, and you still do that, but he
It's
was the
different.
one
It's
person
different when
who,
it's yeah.
yeah, he
It's
was
different when
always
it's your
there to
parent.
tell me that. And that was one thing that he always did. It was a constant thing. It wasn't like a one time thing. He always told me that he believed that I could do it. And it's unfortunate that I've been able to do it and he's not here now, but
Yeah, he knows. That's
yeah.
that's the
He
thing I
always
always
believed in
say.
me. He must have known I was able to do it.
No, agreed. Agreed. I mean, he
Yeah.
loved you more than you even know, but so people believe in people that they love, but um, he, like I, knew you could do it and you did it. And I know
Mhm.
he's proud of you like I am.
Let me see. I only have one last question left.
Okay, that's fine.
Um, and it's, do you see qualities in me that I have adapted from you, bad, good, or indifferent?
Yes, all around. Um, you get suckered into love easily,
Yeah.
which isn't a terribly terrible
It's
thing,
not always bad, but
but it can be given the
yeah.
situation. Um, Extremely trusting of people without vetting them out properly first, which can be a bad thing. Um, you love really hard. That's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mhm.
Um, your artistic, creative side is absolutely a huge part of me. I always
Yeah.
say that with you and your sister are like you guys are like an even 50-50 split
Oh yeah, because
of who I am as a
pianos.
person. Um, Trusting, loving. Oh, also being your own worst enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. Most
No,
definitely.
no one is harder on you than you, and I know that all too well.
Yeah.
You could get 100 compliments in one criticism, and that one criticism could bring you down so hard. And it's unfortunate that is the case. So it's a constant. Like I'm 36 years old. I'm double your age. I'm still dealing with those things and trying to
Yeah.
figure out ways to make them better, ways to make it easier. Um, but you definitely have a legit ton of qualities that I know you got from me.
No, I know.
um, all right. I'll give you I got one more and then there's something else I want to do. Um, if you had to, like, it's gun to your head, I hate to say that term, but if you had to choose one career right now on the spot that you had to do for the rest of your life, what would it be?
This is gonna be extremely odd because I said I wanted to go into graphic design. But like home decorators?
Interior designers.
Yeah. I would love to do that. It's not something I'm fully interested in, but it's something that I have a lot of passion for.
Yeah.
Like with my own stuff, or, you know, weird example, but building in The Sims is something I do a lot more than actually playing it.
Yeah.
And I'll spend hours upon hours decorating the entire house. And it's so fun to me that I can't imagine it not being fun doing in real life for other people or for family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's part of art in a shape or form.
Absolutely it is. That's funny. You know my friend RJ, right?
Yep,
He does that. He works
that
for
is really
yeah, he
fun.
works for Ethan Allen and he does interior design. So, all right, I'm going to end it off like this. It's 5 quick questions. It's lightning round. You have to answer them as fast as you
Okay.
possibly can. So really no like huge thinking. So it's going to be like flying by the seat of your pants. Jerk answer. What am I? Knee jerk reaction. There, that's
Mm.
the phrase I was looking for. So once you answer, I'm gonna ask the next question. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Favorite band.
Uh, Slipknot,
Favorite movie.
Twilight,
Favorite actor or actress.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Favorite video game.
Black Ops 3,
Darth Vader or Thanos.
Darth Vader.
I don't know why I ended with Darth Vader or
Wait,
Thanos.
Darth Vader or
Well, I was tired of asking favorite questions. I was like, favorite what? Just I already asked favorite color at the beginning, and um, yeah. So that's uh that's episode 5.
Think it did good.
I think it's great. I mean, I'm gonna
There
go
were some really good questions, some really good answers.
great answers. Now I got to go edit this and well, I call it editing. I'm really just gonna slap on an intro and an outro and not trim any of this other conversation that we're having right now because there's no
That's
need to.
hilarious.
Um, uh, but thank you for doing this for me,
You're
and
welcome.
I'll talk to you about it. Maybe we can do like a music centric episode. Maybe we can
Oh yeah.
get Dylan on or do something
Well, Dylan
um,
would love to do
or
this.
do something else. So, um, but thank you again.
You're welcome.
I'll let you know when this. Well, actually, this is going to go live tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you for everybody who's going to watch this. I'm going to leave a link in the description for her YouTube channel as
Thank
well.
you.
She streams and does gaming stuff and edits. And thank you, everyone. And I will see you for episode 6.